My name is William Thomas Burke, and I wrote the original script for Spider Drive, a noir rock musical. Spider Drive begins with the bachelorette party of Cecily Turner, which very quickly devolves into a massacre as a dozen people are shot and Cecily herself goes missing. And Megan Way, she's an investigative journalist with a small politically charged newspaper, catches wind of the story and she goes in to investigate and very quickly realizes that the implications for this mass shooting could affect the entire city. I first saw Torch Song about a year ago with Jekyll and Chains, and I was very deeply impressed with how this company was doing so much with so little, and they're still starting out and still developing their repertoire of stories, and I wanted to work with them. And so I got this vision of Heidi Davis on stage belting her heart out to Familiar Taste of Poison by Hailstorm, and then I wrote the whole script around that. It really was the songs informing the story. Basically, I looked at the songs that I wanted to include and just trying to find some common thread between them. And basically it boiled down to dysfunctional romance and Down with the Man. What is a genre where those two ideas can coexist? Noir. Every jukebox musical needs a unifying theme for its music. Some genre, some artist. And so starting from Familiar Taste of Poison, I thought, what's the first thing that comes to mind with Familiar Taste of Poison? And for me, it was Radio Dead Air. It's this weekly internet radio show where I first heard about Hailstorm. It's also where I first heard about Jonathan Colton, Frank Turner, the Pierces, all these amazing bands and artists, and it suddenly occurred to me that I know all these amazing rock acts that have never gotten big in the mainstream, and I wanted to write a story for them. I remember the very first day of rehearsal. The very first thing I saw was Heidi Davis rehearsing Familiar Taste of Poison, the song I wrote the whole play around, and she was just blowing it out of the park. And then I go downstairs to see the choreography and rehearsal for the opening dance number, and it just blew my mind that it was so sexy and fun and elaborate, far more than I ever could have dreamed of. So as proud as I am of the stories and the characters, it's the collaborators, the cast and the crew, what they have brought to the script that I never could have dreamed of. That collaboration is what really excited me to see in rehearsal, and it's what I can't wait for the audience to see. Come see Spider Drive, a noir rock musical. It makes its world premiere March 23rd at the Headwaters Theater.